So we know this guy's kind of active and kind of wild. So there's arguments to maybe at ISO or not. I think both camps are fine. We're definitely not folding. We're definitely not folding turn. We know he likes a bet with lots of air. I'm going to check this. Just let him bluff basically the river. Probably should raise, to be honest, but a little tempted to see. I'm not sure. We haven't seen our pot yet. Let's have a look and see what kind of range is. Like raising is definitely fine, but I'd prefer to take the info and sometimes repeat, right? Okay, he was super, super active without a hand. Bit more cautious with a hand. That's really useful information. 3xing, I'm going to defend Queen Jack. I'm not always doing this, but I think given their tendencies post-flop, if we hit, it's just going to be a money, like Jack High, Queen High, whatever, flush draws. I expect lots of potting here with lots of random combos. Not great for a hand, of course. We could maybe try and donk 1.5, but I think it's 2 players just going to check fold. We see ABB. I was expecting 9. So reads are off. How do you do it? Is it intuition when you almost guess the other player's cards, a lucky guess, or is there some kind of skill that one can learn? It's a mixture of things. So part of it is just experience, right? I'm lucky that I not only have played for a long time and played spins for a long time. What have I become? It helps put the hand reading together quite nicely in terms of post flop. Obviously, sometimes I make guesses that are wildly off. Hopefully, at least they're in the right ballpark. And then part of it's helped as well because of the range of the, you know, I've coached probably like 500 people in the last 7 years or something, or worked in sessions with 500 different people. So you hear lots of different approaches and ideas of how to play hands. And then you combine that with a few little timing tendencies. It's a sort of process of lots of little bits of information will weight ranges in certain directions. And so it is a skill you can learn. It is a skill you can practice. I think that's the important thing. A lot of regs struggle with hand reading because they don't practice it, frankly. You know, they will review hands, just chuck it in the solver, see you later. Historically, I've always kept the table count low and I've always had a real intense sort of focus on trying to range people in the game. And already, for example, this game, what do we know? Well, we've seen this guy 3x Queen 10 suited. He's going to be more aggressive. I want to take Queen 10 suited post. I'd like to see flops with it. Let me limp this in case he 3x's again or something and 3-bets. Nice board for us, but again, don't really want to check and get a massive check raise from a 9x, which I expect both players would. Let's check back. We've got nice playability on turns. We can flop turn top pair, for example. Now with pretty clear value, he goes for a min bet. I would say this is unlikely to be a hand better than ours, especially when we got the 10 of spades. Like maybe if he had like 10-8 of spades, he might go for this min bet. But frankly, we have the best hand here. We're going to try and get some value. I like 3.8. You can call with straight draws, flush draws, 9x. The min bet, cool. Again, I would weight him towards 9x here or some straight draws. Straight draws doesn't matter. 9x is probably never folding, having improved. So I think we can go 7.9, and I expect just a snap call from King 9 or something would be my best guess. Of course, you can also have weaker 10x, right? 10-3. Or you can have straight draw and missed, and like if he has Jack 8 or 8-7 or 6-7, could just fold. We could maybe try a min bet, but the min bet just loses so much value from the 9 that I prefer to, like a min bet to try and induce from a straight draw. I think it's probably a mistake. Although, given that he 3-bet would be the more aggro type, I'm not sure. Lots of practice, lots of, I would say, focused practice as well can really help with it. By the way, you look nothing like Morrissey. You're far better looking. Thank you very much, Juju. Not a Morrissey fan, apparently, so... we're going to defend King 5 off versus the min raise. Okay, 6-5-3, donker ball, but I think against Curtis, I wouldn't necessarily go for it. Curtis 980. What do we know about Curtis 980? Well, they're probably, what, 44? Been quite aggro. Played at least 1 million in real money hands, so there's some experience here for sure. We're going to defend King 5 off. Ace comes. How much does he see bet on this board? 2BB? I'm not sure. Ace should slow him down with a lot of his range, 7s plus. King high, not brilliant, but this isn't really a hand I think we should bluff. I don't think we get enough folds from 8s, 10s, jacks, queens. I think we check here. Against a bet check bet, it gets a little tempting to jam, for example. And I think I might take it. I don't think he's got a flush, and I don't think he's got a straight, and I don't think he's got 2 pair plus. So we're going to just take the jam and hope he folds queens. We can have 7-8. We could have 4-7. We could have a flush. We get a fold. Pretty happy. We can call there as well, but I just don't want to call and lose to a 6 or I lose to a pocket 7s or pocket 8s or pocket 10s. And so I take the jam. If we're bluffing with the best hand, it's not a problem, obviously. It's just a question of if we get folds. If we range perfectly and we get 100% folds, we should always jam, even though it's a bad theoretical hand. But again, just shows a little bit. I'm glad it worked out, of course. Check trap nuts. Is he checking to trap with the nuts, I wonder? I'm going to check this one back. Rep a flush draw, rep a straight draw on the river. Can't rep a straight draw anymore. Quick check here. Strikes me as maybe a king high type hand. We want a bet sizing which isn't congruent with betting a 5. I want to actually go a little bit bigger here to make it kind of look more bluffy. Weirdly enough, we get a snap fold. So maybe that against the hand reader, I would try and size like that. Check, trap nuts, maybe just playing his own ranges, like doesn't worry too much about what we're doing, which is a reasonable approach. We defended Queen 8. We get probed into from Curtis. Now, we know Curtis has put his foot on the gas a few times, but they've just got Queen Jack here. So we're going to call one because we're going to give her 3 big blinds away. Ace King, Ace Jack, Ace King Jack, Jack 9 are all going to continue. We're hoping it's pocket 6s and folds. Now we're going to fold here. Not pretty comfortable, to be honest. King Jack, forward parts of the range. 10-9. Part of this range, not part of this range. Jack 8, be part of both ranges. They check. I don't see value betting here. Can we even bluff this? No chance, right? King Jack just fully in this opponent's range. We'll check. Hopefully they have pocket Jack. No. what is a hand that, yeah, okay, King Jack here is a good hand. We actually had the best hand on the turn. That's nice. We didn't go broke on the river. That's nice. We were never going to go broke. You see the kind of strength, right? We saw that 9 and was like, see you later. Just a little too worried they're going to just jam their straight draws on me. So I'm going to check it back. I think we can proceed cautiously on the turn. The speed at which they called and this sizing is interesting. They checked the nuts in a previous spot, and they've been a bit like, this is more value centric, but we're going to call 1 given the price. 10's a disaster. Now, could be good. If they got a 9, for example, they'll probably check, and we could jam this as a bluff. Are they going to fold a 9? 9-8? Probably yes. 7-8? Probably yes. Would they fold a queen? No. Would they fold a straight? No. Could they have a straight? Yes. They have been a bit trappy. I really want to jam against 9-6, but I'm going to check and win against 4-5 maybe? 8-7. Oh, we could have gone for it. We could have gone for it. Tricky. If they hadn't checked that King Jack, I probably would have gone for it, but that just gives them that enough strong hands in that range, and I'm just not confident enough. Plus, we have still some showdown, right? They limp stab on Ace King at 8. We have a backdoor straight draw, backdoor flush draw. I guess we'll call 1. Last time they just gave up on turn, and we got to win. Probably we'll just bet 2 here, 2.5, and just win. And if he's got an 8, he calls 1, and he wins. Okay, we just win. We're going to limp King for off, because jamming is terrible. Donk to next side board. I will not let this stand. I'm just going to min raise and take it from there. Now we got picked up a little bit of equity. I don't know what to make this donk. I just decided if he's just messing about, let's risk a big blind to try it. We'll check this one back. Diamonds come. That's potentially good. How do we ever win this hand? Like, we have a fantastic bluff potential. The 3BB is weird, you know? I think this could be a 3 that he's almost turning into a bluff. I'm going to try. It's really weird. I'm going to try, though. Based on his history, he's been a bit trappy, and we have, obviously, unlimited 8-3. We kind of got the read right, but kind of wrong. That's a shame that he hit that river. That's a bit of a high risk play that I wouldn't always make, but I just decided there I would. We could have bet turn. I wasn't thrilled about the turn being the 2, right? We want to put more pressure on the 9 and 3. If it had been a 10, a jack, a queen, we just bet turn. I think we win. Obviously, we could still have hit a king. We could still have hit the 4. King 4 once again, not a jam. I'm okay with a play. It's a bit dicey. I don't know, given how trappy he'd been. And we didn't take the last spot when we should have done, and so I think that's probably also a cognitive bias there.